Welcome back, everyone, to the Catch World Cup 2025. It is day 2 of round of 32 matches, and we're here with United Kingdom versus Australia, seed 11 versus seed 22. I am Wonder Stella, also known as Hypnospira, and I'm joined by none other than El Skefe. How are you doing today, my friend?
Hey, Hypno, I'm doing great. It's great to be back on the big stage now, and we have a banger on our hands here. United Kingdom, a team that's been on the rise for the past couple of years, and they have produced a phenomenal team this year. And then on the other hand, Australia, I think maybe see a little bit too low or below expectations. So it's a scary team to face in round of 32 if you're UK. So I think we have a really nice match on our hands here today.
I completely agree. It should be very exciting to watch here. We see with Australia losing some players there in Tallycrons and Beres being one of the big names, but being replaced with Nene Sakura, who played for Team China last year. United Kingdom also bringing back players like Fab Ninja and having the really exciting players such as Nathaniel, so should be a very good match indeed. As we are getting into the bans here.
Yeah, Nomad Fort being taken away by Team United Kingdom, so no Convert Gaming today. The only Convert gone. I think Team Australia probably looking towards the Hidden Pool, maybe Hidden 2. It's a very typical ban, especially for a round of 32. I think it's been unbanned. Well, it's been left open once yesterday, so I'm expecting many bans on that today as well. But that's, well, mappers know that the Hidden 2 slot is the most, well, I guess, unfortunate but precious slot as well. But it's going to be Nomad 3 actually being taken away, so Hidden 2 being left open. Okay, second time this weekend.
That is
Australia's not afraid to play Team United King on the Loyar Hidden. Exactly, it's very exciting to see.
It is indeed, and the Nomad 3 is a funky map, very interesting patterns, and can definitely be one to be a little bit wary of. So, not entirely surprised. And with those bans, we're gonna get into the first pick here, which is also gonna be Australia.
Yeah, we see Chicken Nando picking Nomad 3 after banning it, so some unclarity there. I think they might wanted to ban something else and he messed up the pick and ban order or something. We'll see. We'll get things figured out as we always do. They banned Mixed Mod 1 instead, actually. So Euclid being taken away. Euclid being a map that is already the only existing map, indicates that it's not a custom made map for this round. So we made an edit, or rather the mappers made an edit on Specs Overdose from Euclid. Fun fact about Euclid as well, it was used in Grand Finals. If I'm not mistaken, 2018 Grand Finals. I have to quickly check actually. But oh, sorry, actually never mind. The quarterfinals, Nomad 1 in 2018. So the top diff was used back then, but it's now taken away. And they are going to go for the Nomad 3. So we are going to be seeing the very funky Loyar Air 8.8 Nomad map. And in my opinion, by far the hardest map in this entire pool. So to then pick it as the lower seed against the higher seed, that shows that you're either a lunatic or you're coming very prepared. And I'm assuming the second here.
I would also assume the second, and it's a very fun pick. It shows confidence. I think it really tells the United Kingdom we are not afraid to pick these tough maps against you. So gonna be very exciting to see how they do here. The lineups as of right now: Weather Lotus, Nathaniel, and Darned Urchin on the side of United Kingdom, and Tixai, Nene Sakura, and Chicken Nando. Maybe we'll see a switch up, but I don't think so.
I think these are set in stone, yeah. First map for Nene Sakura under the Australian flag, so real curious to see how they'll perform. They were probably, or arguably, the best Chinese player last year, so it's a great addition for the Australian team. Nene Sakura is also a player that scales really well into the tournament, so I'm expecting big things coming from them. On the other hand, Darned Urchin, maybe a bit of the revelation last year, came back after a hiatus of a couple of years and showed that he was capable of playing at a very high level themselves as well. So that really helped in that 11th seed for Team UK. So there's a couple of storylines here. Anyhow, getting into the Nomad 3, we see the first miss coming out from Withered Lows on these very funky sliders as well. But not too much damage has been done just yet, as it's a very early miss.
It is indeed a very early miss, as we see. I was going to say the other players holding on, but Tixai is going to be the next player to fall.
Yeah, one on each side. Tixai finding another drop there. going to provide Team UK a bit of leeway, a trade coming out from Atana, but TiXide really struggling here in the early sections of Nomad 3, not able to hold on to any combo right now. Chicken Nano and then the Sakura are holding strong with the double FC, but so are Dart Urchin and Wind Lows with a really high supporting combo as well.
They are indeed, but we're going to see Nene Sakura fall there. Actually, the only FC left on the side of Australia being Chicken Nando, being mapped by Darn Urchin. And TiXide is going to fall again there. And the lead for United Kingdom is going to grow.
Yeah, there's Chicken Nando, there goes TiXide again. And Darn Urchin with the Lotus with really high combos. Atana with a really good supporting combo as well. There's no combo on Team Australia. And that score yaps 150,000 points halfway through the Nomad 3. And Team Australia do kind of struggle here on their own pick, on their first pick of this match, and that's really not a good thing to see here. Team United Kingdom still just cruising through this Nomad 3 with Low C missing on the slow C, but it shouldn't really matter. There's a 180,000 points buffer that should be enough for the ending sections here of this map, but if they keep missing on the slow section, that might switch things around here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see more misses come out for United Kingdom here for Australia to have a chance, but it's like you're saying, the ending section here is where we're going to have to see more drops, but at least the combos are building for Australia, so there's a sliver of hope, but that is
exactly
quickly running away.
We're still holding on to the double S there. Darn Urchin, really solid score coming into the end here. Some trades coming out, but this should be Team United Kingdom breaking Team Australia on their first pick. And Darn Urchin, I think they're going to be bringing home the double S, which is not easy to do on this map, especially because of the funky patterns, some of these weird sliders with some weird doppels, but they end up getting double S. Really nice score coming out from them, but a good team score as well from Team United Kingdom. And on the other hand, then a Sakura with a 1 miss, Chicken Nano with a 4 miss, but basically a 1 miss as well with 950k, but it's especially TiXide just completely kind of falling apart here in Nomad 3. Might be some of the nerves, but the pick just kind of backfires. But then again, I think if we're looking at the scores, TiXide had to get like a 960, 970 for Team Australia to beat them. If I count correctly, maybe a little bit less, but still, it's a really, really tough task yet anyway. So I think just the overall team performance from Team United Kingdom was just really, really strong here.
I agree. The double S, especially from Darn Urchin, really showing the level of consistency that they have. And where United Kingdom is not going to waste any time going into Hard Rock 1.
As expected, right, Hypno? They had a really, really solid score on the Hard Rock in qualifying as well. Hard Rock 1, I think they were the second best team on the Hard Rock 1. Barely missing out on their first slot. So don't think Team Australia is surprised by this pick. I'm not surprised myself. This is just completely straight into what they like to play. This is definitely their cup of tea. If there's one pick in the entire pool that has UK written over it, then it's Hard Rock 1.
I completely agree. You said everything there is to say about this pick. They performed incredibly well in qualifiers, and they pick it as early as expected. And we're seeing Fab Ninja for the first time in how many years is it?
It's been many, many years. It's kind of like, well, it was before my time, even if I'm not mistaken. I've been here for a while now as well, so it has to be like 6, 7, 8 years, something.
Yeah, it's been a while. I know that much. Way before my time as well. I started in late 2021, so
you're still young then. Or
I am.
Yeah. Anyway, as we look at the Australian side, we see Crimson Police, also a very veteran player, coming into the lobby. I kind of expected Crimson to play Nomad 3. I think that was something he used to like as well, but maybe didn't really like the funky patterns. But he's coming in for the Hard Rock 1, and overall, looking at the Australian side, that's a really solid roster, right? Crimson, Neno Sakura, and Chicken Nando, that should really suffice. But on the other hand, Darn Urchin coming off that double S on the Nomad 3, then this should be a walk in the park for them. Nathaniel, Fab Ninja, coming back for the first time in a very, very long time. That might just be the biggest question mark for me here.
Yeah, I did double check. In 2019 was the last time Fab Ninja played in Catapult Cup. And as we get into the map, yeah, we're gonna see how they're doing.
Yeah, Fab Ninja choosing the Hidden with the Hard Rock. Hidden is in catch only for reading purposes, so it doesn't give any score bonus like in other game modes. There are some people that prefer it because of the high AR, and Fab Ninja is known to be one of them, right? He only plays it if I'm not mistaken. or pretty much only. As we see, 6 double S's here, but the beginning section is really, well, relatively easy. The map is really consistent, so it's not copy-paste, but it kind of feels like it's in some regards. It just flows really nicely for a Hard Rock 1. It's mostly focusing on consistency, and as we see, then it's like we're getting a first miss here, right around 200 combos, so a full miss. That's just giving UK that is a kind of lead. And the thing is as well, on a map like this, I don't see UK missing that often, so they have to hope for 1 and maybe 2 misses coming out from the Team UK here.
Absolutely, and right now that 1 miss is making all the difference as the other 5 players are holding on to a double S as we are approaching the second third of this map. And this song is a classic Osu song. I think a lot of people are familiar with the Convert, the standard map of this song. And Yoshi Green decided to map it here as players are still holding on. Nana Sakura back up to the 350 combo.
Yeah, but still 3 double S's on Team UK, not even a single droplet miss halfway into their pick. And they're cruising right now. They feel really comfortable. But then again, on the other hand, Chicken Nano and Crimson Please as well. So just everyone enjoying the music, enjoying the song, enjoying the map. But that's the thing as well, the Hard Rock 1 just feels really comfortable to play. It flows really nicely. That's what you can see, right? One tiny slip-up coming out from Ninasek was the only difference here, and that's 29,000 points.
It is indeed 29,000 points. The only drop we've seen beyond that is an act drop from Crimson Please, but that act drop isn't going to make much of a difference at this stage.
Yes, even a single drop coming out from Team UK should still be in favor of them. But then again, we also had 2 spinners. I think Team UK had really alright spinners, but I couldn't really tell from them in Sakura how their spinner went. So it might be a spinner battle. But then again, if they just keep holding on to the Triple SC, they're just cruising towards the finish line here. 1 quarter left. Approaching that 1,000 combo. Then again, if you see that 4-digit combo above your catcher, yeah, you might get a little bit nervous. But then again, these veteran players on a round of 32 pool, I think they should be able to handle those nerves quite nicely as well.
They definitely should be, and time is running out here for Australia if they want to see any chance of coming back. And I mean, the United Kingdom, they're not looking like they're going to budge at all.
Exactly. There's an act drop though on Nathaniel, so they missed a single droplet here. So that kind of ties. Actually, yeah, it's kind of ties things up with Crimson Place, but still that miss from the second round. I think we're kind of running out of time here, and they are just going to be. Well, I'm not going to try to jinx it, but still, it does look like it's going to be a Triple SC here.
It would be a shame if we saw a complete team miss here at the end for the United Kingdom, but I don't think that would even make a difference.
Yeah, just a really solid play coming out from everyone in the lobby. A single drop from Nathan Sakura, 200 combo, just decided to map. And that's unfortunate for Team Australia. But Team UK, triple FC, 2 double S's. Actually, it might be a triple double S because everyone has the same score. And so I think that is triple double S. I have to check on the MP link. Might be a visual bug. Chicken Nando, though, with a really good spinner, actually. So 600 points above everyone else, but that didn't really matter in the end. And that's UK confirming that first breakpoint, 2-0 up. And the pick is back to Australia.
It is indeed. The difference there being the break from Nana Sakura. Hopefully, they can shake that off, ignore that, and continue on with the rest of the match.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Hidden 1.
Oh, it's going to be Hidden 1. All right. Hidden 1. So I really like this. I'm not sure how you feel about Hypno, but I like that we're completely switching things up here. We went from AR10, now we're jumping into some standard Hidden, but it's also Team Australia's a bit known for their Hidden. They're a really solid Hidden team in Sakura, especially Chikinano as well. So I really like this pick.
I also really like this pick, and we've seen 3 very different kinds of maps here. The Nomad 3, the lower AR, very funky map going into the consistent AR10 into the swing patterns on Hidden. Should be very fun to watch, and I agree that this pick makes a lot of sense for Australia. Have very solid Hidden players to speak of, but we cannot ignore the skill that is on United Kingdom. As you mentioned earlier, Fab Ninja with that Hidden, and Wither Lotus.
Yeah.
Wither Lotus also very good Hidden player.
Yeah, we're waiting for that third slot for Team United Kingdom. We haven't seen Mad H, but I don't think he's going to be stepping in for the Hidden. Mostly probably for maps like Nomad 2 and Double Time Pool. As it is going to be Darned Urchin stepping back in for Team United Kingdom. Really solid UK roster here as well for the Hidden 1. And thanks to our pools, we have a really versatile pool, so we can jump from Nomad 3 Air 8.8 into Hard Rock 1 flowy map, and then into the swing patterns from Hidden 1. And we can just keep going through all the aspects of the Osu Catch game here. As we get things loaded up really quickly from both teams, everyone seems to be ready very quickly. As we also see Tixide making a reappearance after that Nomad 3. Sorry, go ahead, Nipno.
I was just going to say we're jumping straight into it, wasting no time. And as you said, Tixide coming back in, hopefully can have shaken off the worries of Nomad 3.
Yeah, exactly. And a map like this, it's also way easier to find a miss, right? In comparison to something like the Hard Rock 1, which just flows really, really nicely. This is more snappy, and especially with the Hidden on top of that, mistiming some of these snap patterns just it's bound to happen for some players, right? So a single miss on Dana Sakura, for example, probably wouldn't make the end, right? Wouldn't make a difference, right? Or wouldn't be the end. That's what I'm trying to get at here. As we see everyone getting above 200 combo, really.
Yeah, I think you're completely right. And right as you say that, Tixide is gonna fall, giving the advantage to United Kingdom. But this map is 3 minutes and 17 seconds, so there is still time. That miss might not be the end of the world, but I mean, the United Kingdom, they are playing very well.
Yeah, and the thing is here as well is for Tixide to not find chain misses like he did in the Nomad 3, right? Where he wasn't able to build up the combo again. But he's approaching the 200 combo right now. This just seems to be completely fine in that regard. Then again, looking at the UK side, still holding on to 3 FCs. There are some ag drops, but that's to be expected really on this map. There's no one holding on to the double S, so some of these wider droplets has been missed by both teams, but that doesn't really matter here in the end.
You are completely right, and Tixide is going to find another miss, but Fat Ninja's going to trade that, so the score isn't going to get to run away for the UK.
Yeah, still FCs on the bottom side. 4 FCs going halfway into this Hidden 1. Another coming out from Tixide, though that's 3 misses. Pretty much full miss. But Fat Ninja ends up trading it again, so we're going to stabilize around that 30,000, 35,000 score difference. But as long as with Lotus and Darn Turchin are holding on, I think Team Australia kind of needs either of those to drop here.
You are very correct there. I think Fat Ninja's going to find another miss, so the score is going to inch closer towards Australia, even if it's not the miss that Australia needs. It is going to help them.
Definitely does, but then Tixide ends up training it again. Both top players kind of struggling a little bit more than everyone else in the lobby. Another miss coming out, and it's just the score is slowing up around 4. But Darn Turchin ends up dropping here though, so trading that miss from Tixide. Fat Ninja isn't above 200 combo right now, so that's combo advantage for Team Australia, and it should decrease, but I don't think it's enough for it to flip just yet. But we still have a quarter left, and Nina Sakura and Chicken Adam seem to be very, very comfortable here on the swing patterns.
They definitely seem to be, and we are approaching the last KI here. And this is where Australia is going to have to see consistency on their side and breaks from the United Kingdom. But it's like you're saying, the bottom players here, all 4 of them are holding on very, very strong, despite Darn Turchin's miss being the only one.
And Tixide is dropping again here on the top side. That score bar is 45k, and as long as the 3 combos from Team United Kingdom here just hold on to whatever they're holding on to, that should easily be enough here. We're looking towards the second break from Team United Kingdom, and that's really not what you want if you're Team Australia here. Losing 2 of your first picks, Tixide dropping once more, and we see 2 FCs coming out from Team Australia. Chicken Nano and Inasakura both bring home the FC. One from Red Lotus, but Darn Turchin with a single miss, and that's still 70,000 points. Big score difference in the end, in my opinion, but mostly on the back of those chain misses from Tixide, and that's going to be 3-0 for Team United Kingdom here.
It is going to be 3-0, and Australia are going to have to find a way into this match. What that angle is, I'm not entirely sure, but we are going to head on to the pick by the United Kingdom. Where do you think they're going to go with it?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you think it's going to be Hard Rock 2? Which is a completely different map as well than in comparison to the Hard Rock 1, so not sure if they want to risk that, so I don't know where I'm looking at. Maybe Double Time 1 kind of feels something the UK would like as well.
I was thinking Double Time 1, because that is the direction I can see them going. They have players for example, that you mentioned, Matt H, that we haven't seen yet. And there's also maps like, I mean, I don't think they would go in a direction like Nomad 1. There's going to be Mixed Mod 2.
I like it as well. If the other team is banning Mixed Mod 1, then picking Mixed Mod 2 doesn't feel like a bad idea, right? The map itself is... It's something we haven't seen before in comparison to the other maps because of the versatile pool. I think the hard rock player is going to struggle the most on this. Maybe the hidden player as well, because it's relatively low AR, AR 8.6s, and it's not that dense either, so it's quite easy to mess up as a hidden and the hard rock player. Nomad players should have a field day or something like this, in my opinion. So the thing is as well...
I'm inclined to agree. And what should be pointed out though is that while yes, Australia did ban Mixed Mod 1, this is a very different map to Mixed Mod 1.
True.
This is a collab between Yoshi Green and AFB, two mappers with very distinct mapping styles compared to Mixed Mod 1, which is, you could argue, a little bit more of a consistency map.
Yeah, it's well, if you compare it to like the Yoshi Green and AFB have made some Hard Rock 2s in the past couple of editions. I think it's like semifinals or finals. It's like that style, but put onto a Mixed Mod slot. So it's very non-dense map, so very sparse, I think the word is, right? Very sparse map, so it's easy to miss as a hard rock player because of no density. And the AR is also a bit lower, and that's what makes it a little bit harder for the hidden player. So it's just kind of that slot that just... In comparison to like the Mixed Mod 1, it feels more like a consistency pick where the hidden player should be able to just cruise through it. The hard rock player, there's a couple of weird jumps, but that's about it. The Mixed Mod 2 is a bit harder in that regard.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems like they're just lining up with what mods are going to play. Darned Urchin and Chicken Nando on the Nomad, Withered Lotus and Tixide on the Hidden, and Fab Ninja and Nene Sakura on the Hard Rock. How do you feel about these lineups here?
I'm a bit surprised to see Tixide on the Hidden personally, because they were the worst performing player on the Hidden 1. And this map is a bit harder than the Hidden 1 in my opinion, so putting Tixide on the Hidden, but I might be mistaken, might be more of their cup of tea. I think Nene Sakura and Chicken Nano could just kind of interchange for the Nomad and Hard Rock. On the other hand, Fab Ninja and Darned Urchin, kind of expected Darned Urchin to go for the Hard Rock, but he has been performing really well. 2 FCs and a 1 miss, so putting him on the Nomad slot is always a good idea. And then with Lotus, I mean, there's no surprises there that he's playing Hidden. That's how I take it.
I agree.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty much what I would also say about this. And at the start here, we're not seeing any breaks. It is an act difference. No, there's not an act difference actually. Tixide and Lotus are matching each other.
Yeah, both of the players missed one of those droplets in those weird long slides, but especially the hard rock players still holding on to double S. Impressive from both players. I saw Fab Ninja was just standing still on those vertical nodes. If you're comfortable on hard, you stand still on those, and he just seems to be really, really comfortable. As we see a double miss though coming out from Team Australia here, Chicken Nando, and then the second the Nomad and hard rock falling. No trades coming out from Team UK, and that's just pure score bonus coming into their favor right now.
You are completely correct about this, and we're seeing Tixide being the player on Australia to hold on, but that is not going to do too much against the triple FC on the side of the United Kingdom, as we are approaching the second half of the map, and I mean, they are looking very good on this.
Definitely. Darned Urchin with the double S, Fab Ninja and with Lotus with the FCs, and we're only halfway into this pick, but still, they just seem to be cruising right now.
They are indeed, and this little bit of slow section, and we're going to come into the Ki here. And Chicken Nando's going to break right before that.
Yeah, right before the spinner as well, and that's the third miss on Team Australia, third full miss. That's 3 disadvantage for Team UK here, and just it doesn't really help them, especially the Nomad player in the mixed mod brackets. There's a lot of pressure on the Nomad player because kind of expecting them to FC, right? Because it's the easiest mod here. Even though Tixide is doing an amazing job here on the hidden Fab, and he's going to be trading one of those misses, but they still need 2 more trades as we're approaching the end here on the mixed mod 2.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a big swing in points here, and I'm not seeing that happen. Darned Urchin holding onto that full common with a Lotus, also not looking to budge. And yeah, we're coming up to the end here. I think that's going to be it. It's going to be match point to United Kingdom here.
Yeah, the end is very sparse as well, so not a lot of combo to catch here for both teams. Tixai with a really solid FC. Definitely want to highlight that. They were struggling a bit on the Nomad 3 and the Hidden 1. And I was mistakenly assuming they would struggle on the Mixed Mod 2 as well. But they just bring home the FC. Match, though, on the other hand, by Witted Lotus, both hidden players bring home FCs. Darn Urchin, really solid. Nomad scored 3 FCs out of 4 maps and a 1 miss. So Darn Urchin is just feeling himself right now on this pool here. Then again, big back to Australia, right? They were the first team to pick. If you're the lower seeded team, I think going for first pick is a good idea, because in scenarios like this where you're down 4-0, it's still your pick, right? It's not the other team's pick. It could have been UK's pick now if you lose 2 breakpoints, but it's Australia's. So it's nice they are now able to start that comeback, right? Because, well, as we all agreed, they should go to tiebreak. So now we have to see 4 points coming out for Team Australia, and they can do it on their own pick to start with.
Exactly. It is very much it's a little bit of a relief that the match isn't over. You still have that sliver of hope. You're sitting there with your team and you're going, all right, guys, we need 1 map. We have a chance to take this back. And they're going to go with the Nomad 2. How do you feel about this pick?
I like it. The map itself is phenomenal for this Nomad 2 slot. I really want to highlight it as well. It's the issue with the Nomad 2 slot is that it's a tech slot, right? So you have to make it techy, but for a round of 32, you don't want it to be too hard. And this map just fits perfectly. It's weird, it's techy to play, but it's not too hard. Any player should be able to full combo it, but still, it's easy to trip up, and I really like it. And I really like as well that I see Crimson Police coming back in. He has a lot of experience here, and then Nena Sakura and Chicken Nano should be able to just really cruise on this. But then again, the issue against a team like the United Kingdom is that they don't really have weak spots this early on to the tournament. So you kind of have to focus on things you are good at rather than things that the other teams is bad at if you're Team Australia, right? And I think Nomad 2 is one of those picks, but maybe I would have preferred something from the DT pool. But it could work out, right? It could definitely work out.
Yeah, I can see it working out. And yeah, we haven't seen the DT pool be touched at all, but I do like the, it's like you were talking about, I like the Australia roster for this map. All 3 of these players should be able to play this quite well, but I mean, it's like you said about the United Kingdom as well. They have players for this. They have players for every map, essentially, and we're going to see Nathaniel coming back in.
I'm expecting Mad H here, but it could be Darn Urchin because they're just cruising right now. So it could be either of those 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of using Darn Urchin here. Build on the momentum that they have. They've been playing so well. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to keep them in here. And Wither Lotus, I mean, we're not seeing Hidden, but that shouldn't be an issue for Wither Lotus.
Yeah, Wither Lotus has been kind of, well, I wouldn't say he's been kind of in the shadow of Darn Urchin in this match, but he's been performing really, really well as well, right? FC on the Hidden. I think he FC'd Hidden 1 as well. Yeah, I think he did. So he's been really cruising himself here in this match. So really solid addition for this Nomad 2 as well. So both rosters just look really, really strong here.
Yeah, this should be a very exciting point. Are we going to see United Kingdom take it in a sweep, or are we going to see Australia holding on to a point? Only time will tell as we're getting into the first spinner.
But a spinner though from Team Australia, it seems like. So advantage Team Australia, triple FC from now on, and they should be able to take home the point, right? It's only 2 minutes 23, but there is some pressure on their shoulders. 4-0 down, looking at 4 match points for Team United Kingdom. But the comeback has to start somewhere. But Chicken Nano ends up trading though with Wither Lotus. I was going to comment that this is not a great start, but it ends up being nullified by Wither Lotus on the other hand.
Yeah, both misses are before the 200 combo mark, so not going to make the biggest of differences here, but we're going to see an early slight advantage in the favor of Australia.
Yeah, as everyone else is holding on to full combos, we see some ag drops on Crimson Plains and Nathaniel. Still full combos on Nena Sakura and Darn Urchin. Everyone hitting that weird slider part. That could mess up some people, but they end up all hitting it. Only 3,000 points difference approaching the halfway mark. But if Miscamera from double Miscamera from Team UK, this is great for Team Australia. They're starting to come back here. It's only on Nomad 2, but double FC and a really high supporting combo from Chicken Nando is doing a lot of damage. Nedisaka is down now, the Crimson Fleet still holding on, so still one misadvantage, a bit more than a single misadvantage for Team Australia, and they about a minute of map left here.
Yeah, and it's like you said, this is exactly what Australia needs. Crimson Fleet's holding on to that full combo with a Lotus good supporting combo, but Chicken Nando's gonna fall.
It's going to get close here, Hypnosphere. I think it's going to get really, really close. 14,000 points. Chicken Nano is building towards the 200. It's going to be able to switch. I don't think it's enough for Team UK here. It's getting really, really close. Crimson Fleet still on to the FC. The only one actually a bit close with a really high supporting combo as well. It's 3,000 points. Team Australia just needs all of them. Crimson Fleet after dropping the last FC. The entire lobby is gone. No twins coming out from Team UK. And are they going to be stealing this Nomad 2 here?
Here, UK is gonna take that advantage, and it's not looking like they're gonna fall as we're approaching the very end.
There's no way they're stealing it right now. Hypno, they're stealing it. We're approaching it's lost sliders here, and I think Team UK have done it. 5-0, 28,000 points, barely winning this Nomad 2, right? The other maps were really, really fair towards the UK, but this Nomad 2 was really, really close. Heartbreak for Team Australia. If Crimson please watches the VOD again, I think he's going to be, yeah, I don't know. It's going to hurt, definitely.
It is going to hurt. We just witnessed daylight robbery here from the United Kingdom, stealing this sweep, but it is very well played from the United Kingdom. And I do want to say, Australia did not play poorly by any means. It's just United Kingdom is a very strong team, and they're showing that today.
Yeah, definitely. United Kingdom moving towards the winners round of 16. As a higher seed, it is expected though, but they did it in really comfortable fashion. They seem to be a really, really solid team, well-rounded as well. And especially Darn Dershon and Widget Loads seem to be very strong, but the rest of the team as well, just a really, really solid performance. And on the other hand, Team Australia, I think, probably one of the hardest opponents to face if you're in the loser bracket right now. There's also a really strong team. Barely just missing out on, well, the single point on the Nomad 2, but then what could have been, right? Yeah, just solid performance from both teams. It felt closer than a sweep, this one.
Oh, absolutely. This did not feel like a sweep, and I think anyone watching would agree with that. This was not a clear 5-0 by any means. But congratulations to the United Kingdom taking the win here. And I believe the next match is going to be...
Belgium versus China in about...
It is Belgium versus China.
90 minutes. In about 90 minutes, we'll see seed 14, I believe, against seed 19. And then we still have many matches to come this Sunday as well, right? Some highlights, USA versus South Korea. It's not the USA versus South Korea from a couple of years ago, but still, there is a lot of stories in that matchup as well. If I'm looking at Mexico versus Colombia, very closely seeded as well. It could also be a really, really good match. So there's a lot to come. So take a quick break for about 90 minutes, come back for Belgium versus China, because that's also going to be a close one, I fear, or I believe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looking forward to a day of great matches, but thank you guys for watching this match, and make sure you don't miss Belgium versus China. Should be a very good matchup. But take a break for now, hydrate, get something to eat, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye, everyone.
It slipped right through my fingers. It slipped right through my